Yo guys, what is going on? It's Luki here and welcome back to another video. In this video we're going to be talking about how you guys can level up your Season 1 Battle Pass in Cold War as fast as possible. Obviously with a new season comes lots of new features. There is a new Battle Pass that includes lots of new in-game items, including new weapons, new weapon variants, new skins, new emblems, and all sorts of cool features and in-game items. Before we do get into the video, I just want to say a quick thank you for the recent support. We're super close to 40,000 subscribers, and because of that, I want to say thank you to you guys, so I'm going to be doing a giveaway. This giveaway is for a full battle pass. Every single tier unlocked, I will send you the money so you guys can obviously buy the COD points, and then you guys can unlock all the tiers for completely free, and you don't have to do any work. You'll get all of the items straight away. All you guys got to do is subscribe with notifications on, and then send me a DM on Twitter with photo proof that you are subscribed with notifications on. The link to my Twitter is in the description. Or if you don't have Twitter, you can send me the proof on Instagram, which is also linked in the description. I'm very sorry for the long intro. I just wanted to say thank you to you guys for the recent support. Without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about how you guys can level up as fast as possible. There will be timestamps in the description down below, so you guys can skip to each specific part of the video and watch whichever part you guys want to. This video will be split up into two parts. First of all, multiplayer, and then second of all, we will be talking about Warzone. Before we get into those tips for each game mode, I want to talk about some statistics on how the XP rates, etc, work. It's pretty similar to Modern Warfare, to be fair, if not exactly the same. Now, it might change, it usually does change, so I will update you guys if it does change, but let's go ahead and talk about this. So, basically, every single 1000 XP you get whilst you're playing, this counts towards 1% of each tier. So to get one tier, you need to get 100,000 XP, but obviously another thing that they take into effect is the time played. Time played is very good, and it's pretty much exactly the same. Every single 1 minute you play is 1% of a tier. So let's say for example you played a 10-minute Nuketown game, and in that Nuketown game you got 50,000 XP. That will be 60% of your tier, because obviously 10 minutes plus 50,000 XP is 60, so that would be 60% of your tiers. So you would obviously need the extra 40% of that tier, which would be the equivalent to 40 minutes in game time or 40,000 XP. But obviously it's not just going to be one of those, it's going to be both of them combined, so it'd be more like 10 minutes game time and 30,000 XP in one game. So that's pretty much it for the statistics. It works the same in Warzone as well, and obviously the longer the game is, the higher percent of a tier you're going to get. So if you play a quick TDM game, these typically last around about 5 minutes, maybe even shorter, so that will only be about 5% of a tier. But if you play a domination game, these can last anywhere between 10 to 15 minutes, which can be upwards to 15% of each tier. And also in those larger kind of objective based game modes, you are going to be able to get a lot more XP, because you can capture the flags, you can kill a lot more people, you can get objective kills, etc. So for multiplayer, the best game modes to play would be kill confirmed, domination, hardpoint, etc. Now the overall best number one multiplayer game mode to play is domination. The reason for this is because it's probably one of the longest multiplayer games. They last the longest, and in these games, like I said before, there's a lot more kills to be gotten. You can get a lot more captures. There's a lot more objective based XP you can get for capturing the flags, killing people whilst they're on the flags, killing people or flags, etc. However, when there is a Nuketown 24/7 playlist available, this is going to be your number one fastest method to level up your battle pass. The reason for this is because obviously Nuketown is the smallest map available, and there's going to be a lot more action, there's going to be a lot more assist points, etc, and this is going to really speed up the process whenever there is Nuketown. So whenever there is Nuketown playlists, make sure to make the most out of those Nuketown playlists, because these playlists are where all of the XP is at, as you guys already probably know. So for example, it was exactly the same on Modern Warfare. Whenever there was Shipment 24/7, Shoot House 24/7, these game modes were definitely the best game modes to play, and obviously because these maps are smaller, there's a lot more kills to be gotten, and therefore a lot more XP. So whenever there is a Nuketown playlist, or like double XP weekend or whatever, make sure to make the most out of that, because this is going to really speed up your XP gains and just really boost your levels super quickly, especially for your battle pass. So now we've talked about multiplayer, let's go ahead and talk about Warzone. The statistics are pretty much exactly the same. Every single 1 minute you play, every single 1000 XP you earn, it's going to be 1% of your tier. So for example, if you came into a Warzone lobby and you survived until maybe there was 50 teams left, this would probably be around about 15 minutes game time, maybe 10 minutes game time, and therefore you would probably only get around about 15% of that battle pass tier. However, if you made it all the way to the very end and you placed top 5 or maybe even won the game, this would typically last around about 25 minutes. The Warzone matches can last even longer, so that is obviously going to get you a bunch more tiers. So the longer you survive, the more percentage of each tier you will unlock, and obviously the more kills you get, the more XP you get. This is going to obviously give you more tier as well, so it's pretty much the same as multiplayer. Now in Warzone, there is a few things you can do to speed things up a little bit and get a bit more bonus XP. In my opinion, I do think overall multiplayer is the better option to progress through the tiers. It is a lot faster, the game modes are just, you get more kills, you get a lot more XP in these game modes, I think. Unless you are obviously a really good player on Warzone, then you probably can get more on Warzone. But if you aren't the best Warzone player in the world and you can only average like 5 kills a game, then it's not really going to be worth your time. And if you don't win many games on Warzone, honestly, just stick to multiplayer if you're trying to level up your battle pass. If you do want to play Warzone, then there's a few things you can do to speed up the process of leveling this up, and one of them being is to complete as many contracts in game as possible. So for example, all the bounties and all of that kind of stuff, if you do as many as you possibly can of these per game, this is actually going to get you more XP, because obviously every single time you do one of these challenges or contracts, whatever they're called, you guys are going to be able to get more XP from doing that. So it's basically free XP. So one of my favorite ones to do is getting bounties, because bounties, all you need to do is get a kill. It's really easy, and at the end of that bounty you are rewarded with some bonus XP, and this is going to help you get more score, more XP, and just progress through the levels a lot more easier. That's pretty much summarizes it for this video. Like I said, overall, if it was me and I was focusing on just trying to level up my battle pass as fast as possible, I would stick with multiplayer. Probably play Combined Arms, because Combined Arms is the best game mode for it. It's obviously, there's more people, so you're gonna get more kills, and there's like 5 flags I think, so Combined Arms is definitely the best multiplayer game mode. But obviously Domination is also good as well. But overall, multiplayer is definitely the best way to go for this. So yeah, that's it for today's video guys. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.